Doug Schwab, Panther Train just won the MAC championship at Missouri.
Yeah.
25-10.
Yeah.
You talk about the duel a little bit. Pace was a big deal.
Yeah,
Right?
you know, the thing is, I think we wrestled really disciplined, and sometimes discipline can almost be boring, in a way, but you get a guy like Bartel, we came in, in January and really his career's done, I'm real beat up, and then he steps up and goes out and wins a match, that's huge, and really got the momentum rolling, and then you got a guy like Schwarm, I think how we did it, we were very controlled and had some life and energy, and whatever on the other side, it didn't seem like they had a lot of that, and I think you can do a good job of zapping that out of them. I think maybe they just thought it was going to be a steamroll, I don't know, I can't answer for them, but I know our guys competed very well up and down the lineup, and you hate to say minimize some things, but we were able to minimize some things too in some situations, and I just think our guys fought for everything, and I told the guys after the meet on Friday, like, let's go to this arena and make it quiet. And it was pretty damn quiet. It was pretty quiet. So and there's only one way to do that, and that's to control things, and that's to go score points. And we turned a few matches around, but the thing we got to understand is 3 weeks from now we're going to see a lot of these guys again. So it's great, and there's a lot of emotions for these guys. Senior day, whatever it is, we rose to the occasion though as a team. And that was great to see. Since I've been here, there's been a few times we have, but that was probably the best one. If you can't tell me, as much as you're UNI fan and a homer, that you're going to be walking out of here as 25-10. In that scenario, and had guys really step up though, up and down the lineup. Winning the first 3 matches, and when you draw heavyweight, probably not ideal. Just from you get to end on Jaden Cox, who's the 2-time national champion, his last match, but ended up working out pretty dang good for us. Max got a huge win, beating the number 2 guy in the country. We beat some big time guys.
Max and Start.
Yeah, they beat some big time highly ranked guys, and that's great for our team. That's great for those guys to be able to build off of and understand that they are some of the best guys in the country. Not just, hey, that coach is telling me, but now they see it. And you saw the energy on the bench. You saw those guys getting behind each other and excited, and that's what you love seeing. We've been talking about all year how much progress can we make, and from Friday night to Sunday was was a big time difference. That just tells me it's where the frame of mind. But I was really happy, proud of our guys to be able to respond like that, because this is a really good team. Missouri's they got a great team, and then they had their full lineup too. It wasn't like they were out guys, so we're kind of patchworking some things, but we still got guys that responded, and I think that's when you buy into something bigger. These guys have bought into, I'm going to go out and fight for my brothers. I'm going to go out and do whatever I can for them, even if I'm injured. A guy like Bartel, who's beat up and really beat up. But man, he I think he was 0-3 this year. He got a huge win. So if that happens to be the last time he competes, man, he's going to feel good about that. And you love to see that.
Max and Schwarm kind of wrestled a little bit different maybe today. Is that scouting, or is that?
Yeah, and we told Schwarm, you got to wrestle a boring match. You wrestled him at the scuffle, and we're like, hey, you got to wrestle a boring match. And then he came off the mat. He's like, I can't wrestle a boring match. And we're like, we love that. We love that. That's how you feel. But right now, this is going to give you the best opportunity. I'm not saying a year from now maybe it'll be different. Yep. But right now with where he's at, some of his skills on his feet, and where that guy's dangerous. He can blow through guys. You have to be able to stick to a game plan. Sometimes you have to be able to win a 4-1 match or a 3-2 match, and that's, to me, that's just our guys being disciplined, buying into, hey, we tell you this is what you need to do, then they're doing it. So with Max, we're trying to get the guy trying to get him to step to us a little bit, and the thing that I love about that, he's ahead and he went and attacked again. And he was definitely in a position where that guy had to come to attack, but he had a couple really, really good attacks. And Mays, it's not easy to get to his legs. You watched him wrestle plenty. He's really hard to get to his legs. So I love that he went and scored again and built his lead, and then scored again at the end. I think those are things that hey man, we tell you you can score on the best guys in the country. There you go. You know, and he did. He just got to keep his dang head off the mat.
Steyert with a big fall at 65.
Yeah, you know, he comes out. That guy comes out strong in matches. You know, comes and gets to a single and steps over, and he's really long. And the thing I like, Steyert was attacking him. You know, I mean, he was attacking him, and he was in on him multiple times. Got his knees off the ground a few times, and put himself in position. Then they got into a scramble, but he kept wrestling. You know, that to me, that's the biggest thing, is that, you know, all of a sudden the guy's on top, and then you're not. You know, maybe it wasn't point, but was points, whatever. But he kept wrestling through it, and then put him in a bad position. And actually, we worked on cradles about 2 weeks ago, and he said all I was thinking about was keeping the knee outside, and that's what he did. You know, and got the pin. But that was huge for him, and just I think you know, he told me a couple weeks ago, I'm going to beat this guy. I'm going to beat this guy here, and you can kind of see that building in him, that I'm one of the best guys in the country at 165. So
Thompson said that him and I think Steyert both had that same attitude.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they live together. And you know what happens. I mean, that's what we want to see, is guys continuing to raise each other's level.
You say that all the time.
And you know, we got some time to get our team as healthy as it can. You know, I mean, get this time of year. There's things that happen, and you got to be able to go with it. But you know, we got 3 weeks till the MAC, and really want to put a fine edge on our guys, and really get them really ready to wrestle. You know, I think everyone is going to leave feeling pretty good, you know, about where we're at, just in the response that we had, and you know, it worked out. Like I remember, like Brian told me, he's like, you know, we talked early in the year, we were going to wrestle in November, and I'm like, hey man, let's wrestle at the end of the year, because you know, hopefully we're going for a MAC, you know, the MAC title's on the line, and it was, and obviously things definitely fell our way today. You know, I can't just say that but you prepare for things to fall your way too.
Yep.
You know, so I'm really proud of our team, man. Just proud of having each guy step up, and it was every single guy stepped up. You know, I mean, Hosloggy's wrestling a 2-time national champion. You know, so he was out there. It wasn't like he just rolled over for him. You know, he's out there, and he's picking top and trying to put himself in, you know, try to put himself in the best position to try to win the match and stay in it. So you know, even with that, you know, you gotta. You know, you appreciate that guys are competing that way. So
how do you start preparing for the MAC tournament in 2 weeks?
Some rest. You know, we there's a way to put an edge on guys. You know, and all of our guys are close to that fine line of being sharp as you can get. You know, we'll rest a little bit. We have a training phase, and then we're gonna rest a little bit more and have a, you know, small training phase. But you know, a lot of it's rest right now. I mean, I didn't do that very well as a competitor, but you start seeing it as a coach, and when you start kind of going back to when we wrestled really well this year, I thought, you know, the best that we wrestled probably all year was Scuffle, you know, as a team. You know, I think up and down the lineup, I thought guys wrestled and competed very well, so we were able to take a good chunk of time then. And, you know, really the work for the most part is done.
Right.
You know, we've been going for a long time, and our guys have that foundation, everything's set. Now it's just, like I said, kind of sharpening, and you can sharpen too much where you get dull, and you know, so we're trying to find that exact thing. And for a couple of our guys, they're going to need to train a little bit more. You know, they're not quite there, and there are a few guys where, hey, we're right where we want to be, and you kind of gauge that as each guy. You know, we'll do some individual stuff, we'll do a few team things, but we're going to get a lot of rest these next 3 weeks.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.